Does my hair look good? It's giving summer. It's giving Tate McRae. It's giving sex. It's giving beach. And it's giving I need a fucking vacation. Because this episode, we're back again. Smash the follow. Smash. Give me 5. Like, please give wide open. Stubby is back. My right hand man. And we're back with another episode of Wide Open, and yours truly, Minji Ju. I have no middle name because it's a Korean name. And in the spirit of it being summer, the return of 2016 vibes and music and sensuality and the rise of rap culture, I wanted to revisit things that make us happy, that ground us, that soothes our soul and make us really fucking happy. So I want to talk. I'm looking at my laptop here, and I want to talk about the ways to self-soothe and self-care, because being a human in the Lord's year of 2024 modern times is we need to cope. Like, we actually need to cope instead of just like living and breathing. We've tried to find coping mechanisms like memes and humor and hedonism to be able to kind of like numb ourselves to be able to get through, which is incredibly unfortunate. I think there are healthier ways to go about it than like starting coke. I don't know. So, let me look at this. Whenever I do these podcasts, it's very like on the fly. I kind of go by like the Steve Jobs mechanism. Like, you put 3 bullet points and then you just kind of things go on the fly. And I feel like that's how these conversations can feel a little bit more organic. Stubby looks so cute right now with this like little wide open colored brand shirt. It's actually inside out because there's like a logo on the other of back inside of his shirt. So this way he can just be a wide open mascot. So we would all be indulging in not so healthy habits that keep us mentally and physically numb, aka not being awake and alive. So, being able to experience things fully, more expansively, and more that is true to how we're supposed to be experiencing things rather than being kind of like dulled down. It's very unfortunate. It's very saddening. It's kind of masochistic, and I feel like masochism lives all within us, and it definitely lived in me when I was living with depression and the titties are sitting quite nicely. um Lived in a state of not wanting to live. And that's coming from someone me who I feel like a lot of people see me and are gravitated towards my happiness and my aura. I've been seeing the phrase aura points a lot, and I have broke people's scale aura points. Like, I was in the sauna for like an hour earlier because I'm a professional yapper, and the ladies love me. They see my aura, they see my halo glow. People do see that in me, remember me, and it's incredibly flattering because it took me a long time to get to this point in my life where I feel very more at peace with myself. I wouldn't say 100%, but definitely learning to love myself. And there was definitely a point in my life where, is it really necessary to learn to love yourself? And I think it is one of the lessons that every one of us has to learn, is to be able to become at peace with your mortality, your love, your connection with God. And God, what is it? God is love. God is love. And it's something that we ourselves have to accept, the good parts of us that we do love about ourselves, that we're gravitated towards in other people, and also the shadow self, the things that are dark within us, because it is that balance of yin and yang. There is going to be things that are, bad, but it's something that we're all comprised of and capable of. So it's an interesting and very complex thing to digest. So, okay. I also asked on Instagram. This is very like unorganized. Me like it's like so organized in my notes, but when I'm filming, it becomes a clusterfuck. And also, I just came back from the gym, so usually like on Saturdays I'll film, or Sundays I'll film minutes after I've gymmed and I haven't like eaten lunch yet. I'm just trying to squeeze it in, or maybe I take a nap and then eat and then do this. But I wanted to just kind of, do it, knock it out of the park, boom. Okay, I asked on Instagram about what y'all would be interested in, and self soothing became the top one. The other answers were like striving for excellence, or the antagonization of mediocrity, how like things that are mid are innately bad, and it's very like extreme. Either it has to be bad or it has to be good. Or sexuality, now that it's July now, kind of looking at June in retrospect on Pride, and understanding like what, people questioning their sexuality, are they comfortable with it, and then they were self-soothing. And I think self-soothing might be the case because people are looking for ways just to, like, I don't know, either pass time, be at peace with themselves. People don't know how to be alone. People So when I actually moved to New York, I made an effort because I was long term. My boobs look great today. Oh no, it's the follicular phase, but they be sitting pretty. And also, I will be plugging something later, but let me just plug it now. So, I do have an affiliate code, and this is not something new. This is something that I've had since college, and the brand is Parade, which is an intimates brand. So they have really comfortable bralettes, underwear. Underwear sounds like tidy whities. Panties, thongs, whatever you want to fucking call it. But this tank top is also from there, super comfortable. It's very elastic. It's mesh. It's perfect for the summer. I don't remember the last time I bought a real bra. My first bra was, well, it's a trainer bra, but then, people were usually like doing Victoria's Secret at the time, and so I would do Victoria's Secret and Aerie. But I've been wearing Parade for like since college for years now, and they support small creators, and I guess they thought I was a cute girly, and this was when I just had like, I don't know, 500 followers. I only have like seven. Well, not only 700 people. If it was sitting right in front of you, is crazy. But I've had the code, and it's Minhee Who, so you can get 20% off. I feel like such an influencer on these, and it's perfect for summer. They come in such cute colors, and super breathable. It's like the white t-shirt of like bra and panties. It's like so comfortable, super fuss free, and then super stretchy. And they have also super cute pajama sets, and they're really sexy, and they have like more kinky options. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty affordable, so definitely use my code Minhee Who, my Instagram handle, for 20% off. So let's go. Anywho, I'm going so sidetracking right now, and it's already 8 minutes. Okay, so I'm super excited. So back to self-care stuff, back to self-soothing. I'm super excited to chat and share about what y'all have shared with me, which I think stuff that I do as well, what works for me, and in hopes that inspires you to try something new, because it is really all about like self, right? It's super personal. It may or may not work for you. Aromatherapy might really work for some people, and maybe people are super sensitive to smell, so you may not like it. So I am just gonna kind of voice things, and this might all sound like things you've heard of like a million times over, but it's for a reason. It's tried and true. It works. Most like a lot of this might be science backed, I'm not sure, but this is just stuff, anecdotal things that are going to be something to enjoy by taking care of yourself, because it is fun and it's healthy. And I think it all does come down to like, you know fun, play, relaxation, routine, things of that nature. So that was the longest fucking intro of all time. Going into the categories, we're going to talk about physiological and health. So anything that's physical and da da da. We're going to go into sexual wellness. Then we're going to go into mental and creative. Then we're going to go into spiritual and religion. And then alone time. What does that mean? And then we'll go to closing. Okay? I'm going to try to bust through this because I think 20-minute mark, 25-minute mark is like the perfect like time to be listening to all of this. I'm going to be a little rambly. I'm a little disassociated from my workout, but hopefully it's entertaining to listen to. So, let's get into physiological and health. Working out, sleeping, dancing, things of that nature. When you're kind of in a physical funk, you feel heavy, you feel tired, and to kind of like snap out of that sort of like borderline depressive state, you gotta be able to kind of shake yourself out of it. Sleep is so important, guys. Please get a proper amount of sleep. I think 6-7 hours is great for me. 8 hours, I wake up feeling like I'm still sleeping, I think. So whether it's something that you are having a hard time to waking up, sleeping throughout the night, trying to find some supplements like melatonin. If melatonin freaks you out, you can use tart or cherry tart juice, which also has melatonin in them. Magnesium is what I take to help me, and naps, guys. I don't understand people who take 5-10 minute naps. Like, it takes me like an hour to fall asleep. So I'm jealous of y'all. It now takes me about like 15-20 minutes to fall asleep, which is a definitely huge improvement. But naps fucking hit. Like, I must take a midday nap. It's but I think there's always like a perfect time. I think an hour and a half is perfect. Anything 2 hours is like practically sleep. So sleep is so important for your cognitive health, muscle recovery, all that jazz. And then you get to dream and explore the 5D. If you believe in that, I believe in that. Exercise, guys. Please exercise. You are literally shortening your lifespan if you do not be fucking working out. Not only will you look fucking hotter, be stronger, but it's gonna help you throughout life, just in everyday things. I don't even think it's about looking amazing. It's about things just becoming easier, like holding the groceries, going on a hike. You're not catching your breath, and it's just going to help you so long term with your health and hospital bills later. And then that might be a fear tactic, but just being able to enjoy life, you're going to have that bodily autonomy. And also it's great for body neutrality, because the gym, if you're lifting weights, if you're doing yoga, it's the most fair play of all time, because it's all coming from you. The weights are the same weight for everybody. Obviously everyone has a different height, age, mentality, but when you go in, everyone for the most part is there for the right reasons, working on themselves. And it's a great community, and also has a sense of belonging, that everyone's just trying to better themselves. And it does come from a place of like, I want to be better than I was before. And everyone's journey is super unlinear when it comes to the gym, whether you're big, whether you're small, whether you're fine, whether you're fit, whether you're frail. Everyone's coming in to be a better version of themselves, which I love. And then you get to wear cute outfits. Like, I love wearing my gym outfits. It makes me feel better. I look cute. I strut in. Boom. And then we fucking slay the day. Walking or hiking in nature, or just being in nature in general. Nature is one of like the biggest teachers we can. She sits still. She sits through all the external fucking factors, and she still remains strong. She has that life force. She revives after the winter time, and just being there and being in God's creations or in the universe's creations is so peaceful and tranquil. Or even just looking at water, and just one of my favorite things is just to lay in the grass and just look at the sky and just like breathe and just have a still moment. So I really invite you to like walk your dog, stay in the grass, have a picnic, be off your phone for a second, maybe take a picture, and then, be off your phone, do yoga in the grass. Earthing, as Gwyneth Paltrow says, it's such an amazing thing to connect with the earth, because it is the planet that we were designated, and just to be able to connect with it is such a beautiful and magical thing. Eating. I know this is a sensitive topic. I'm kind of going through things because I do have a lot of topics. There's a lot of different ways and different categories of like self-care, and it's such a huge I don't want to say industry, but it's a big thing that people are wanting to invest more of their time in, and things of that nature. So eating whole foods, eating things. And I think I do believe in the 80-20 method. So 80 being like eating good good for the most part for 80%. So whole foods, less oils, less fat in general. I am trying to cut at the moment. I feel like it's slightly unintentional because my appetite is usually super more on the low side in the summer, and so 20%. I do love me a cookie. I had crumble cookie for 4th of July, and I do love my dessert. I had a few cinnamon rolls this morning, like small ones, but I think there is need to be room for some grace. I'm not trying to be like less than 10% body fat. I'm not trying to be insane, but just being just slightly more intuitive and mindful about what you're putting in your body. If you think of your body objectively, like if you're working on a car, it's just neutral, right? So I feel like body and image and things are never going to be neutral and super personal and very touchy subject for a lot of people, and body dysmorphia and eating disorders are incredibly real, and it's because we have such a personal and kind of toxic relationship with body image, with everything, and it's like beating a dead horse, like media and things of that nature, but it's so true. It impacts all of us. It depends on culture. I would say my family is on the more fat phobic side because we are Korean. The culture is very perfectionist and very hypercritical and very honest. So, well, honest is a harsh word or very nice word for that. They're hypercritical, and so I think that has definitely impacted my relationship with my body. So depending on what works for you, just try to be as healthy as you can be without going insane. And I think as long as you're trying a bit, even if you're just moving or just walking and things, just making sure that the gears are moving, the digestive system is moving. If you need supplements, try supplements. I'm trying to get off of supplements, just trying to get all the nutrients I need through the food that I eat. So just be a little bit mindful, be inspired. Try a different type of grain, getting a little bit more creative with the grocery aisle as you walk down. And I think it's incredibly important to just remain open and try something new. And if something works for you and your body is reacting incredibly well to it, whether it's like even veganism, for example, I tried being vegan, and I definitely felt light and nimble on my feet, but probably because I wasn't getting enough protein, and I was just eating a lot of like lentils and kale cranberry salad and things of that. So it was definitely hard. I definitely had to take B12, but it was a fun time, and it was a time when I was in college working at Whole Foods with very granola people. So it was a learning experience. Try to do paleo and all that stuff, and keto. But those types of like fad diets never really are super long lasting. So try to find something that is sustainable for you. Doing challenges like Heart 75 or something like that, like it's good, but it's just too extreme. So just try to use little habits, right? Drinking water every morning you wake up, or having a supplement, just those small sort of atomic habits, if the book, um, really get you far. And before you know it, you're going to notice it, and then people will notice and blah, blah, blah. But it's for you, not for anybody else. Singing and dancing. Lord have mercy, am I the connoisseur of fucking waking up? I'm such a morning person. I'm like, hallelujah, I am awake. I'm alive. I live to see another day. Blasting music. I just need to kind of get myself out of like the sleep state and just move my body, get the blood flowing in any way. My pipes going, like let's go, like let's dance, let's sing. And it's such a good release also for just like any nervousness, anxiety that you might have for the day. It's great. Like in the shower, by yourself, it's nice to have a little fun in between. My sister would joke, like we lived together in college, and like at any given moment she said like you could just see Minji propping her foot somewhere and just like twerking. Because I just can't sit still. I don't know what it is. I feel like I just have a lot of like intrinsic natural energy, and so I'm just a little bit cracked in that way. Showering. I'm going to do my everything shower. So if you don't know what an everything shower is, it's when you do everything head to toe. Like shower, your fucking shampoo, conditioner, mask, exfoliation, shaving, like everything, and you're just fucking squeaky, like behind the ear, the fucking belly button, like everything. And so showering is incredibly important. Grooming, It just makes you feel more presentable in this world because presentation is unfortunately means a lot of things. Sometimes I wish I didn't have to do anything. Sometimes I wish I could just go no makeup and then still be taken seriously and still be thought to be beautiful. But it is fun grooming. It could be fun, but sometimes it could definitely be stressful. But apparently, women actually do get more endorphins through grooming, so it's more satisfying. Men obviously it's satisfying. Like hair is everything for men. Like it's so transformative, and so is for women. But things like skincare, grooming, makeup, it does make you feel tremendously better. And it's also fun. Like I remember I was on the train and there was this girl and I had nails. These are my nails, very like Vegas, very Mardi Gras giving funness. And I had these insane nails on, like huge chunky diamond. She goes, "Why do you have nails on?" And I literally just said, "Cause it's fun." Like it's literally just fun. It, I mean, doing nails dates back to like ancient Egypt probably, and like in Asia, Chinese Korean culture, they use flowers to like tint their nails and like stain them, so it's like orange and pink. So there's a reason why all of this kind of like ties back together, and like there is just something innately fun about being alive and being creative that's all interconnected. Okay, sauna. Oh my god, the sauna gossip hits. I feel like something about the sauna is so wise, like just sitting there naked or borderline naked with people and just like sweating and releasing and venting and giving advice, and just like the talks hit in the sauna. There's either you go in there and everyone's quiet, everyone's like shut the fuck up, do not talk to me, or it's a chatty day. Today was a chatty day, so I had a lot of fun. The older ladies love me for some reason, because I think not young people are kind of closed off to talk to older women for some reason. Either it's like intimidating or they feel awkward, social anxiety, what have you. But yeah, sauna is one of the greatest things you could do for your body. Okay, so one of the leading reasons why women pass away in America is actually due to cardiac problems, so heart problems, whether it be, through caffeine. I'm trying to lessen on energy drinks just because there has been things associated to heart disease. I'm drinking less soda, so I've been opting for like sparkling water. Um, Sauna is just amazing for everything: muscle recovery, blood circulation. Apparently it like prolongs your life. It like eliminates 80% of the things that you could die from. It's absolutely insane, and it's also just relaxing. Just like something about sweating everything, it feels like you're just like releasing, not like whatever the toxins may be. I don't even actually know what the fucking toxins are, but I fucking believe it. Like, just it's just a physical fucking release of homeostasis, and just and it reduces water retention, so you get snatchalina in there. It's crazy. And if you go in with the huge body gua sha and the oils, and one of the ladies that talked to me, she's Chinese at the gym. She gives me like coconut oil and she goes, "Why did you put this on?" So I'm just there, just like rubbing my fucking self, just like with all of this, and I'm super smooth. It's crazy. Hair, skin, nails, everything. Fragrance, girl, you gotta be smelling good. And I feel like something about it just changes your vibe. Like if you have like flowery scents, all of a sudden you feel like frolicking in the gardens, and if you have something spicy, all of a sudden you feel more sensual. It's just a very like 360, like engaging all the senses types of things. Massage, acupuncture, guys, there's so many things. Get a chiropractor. My stepmom's a chiropractor. I swear, since my spine is more aligned, like I'm spiritually more aligned, I feel better. It's crazy. Getting your regular annual checkups, go to the dentist, get that cleaning, go get your pap smear. If you're over 21 and female, go get your vagina checked. Jesus, you might have cancer. I knock on wood, you don't. But it's good. You have to take care of your body. There was a point in my life where I did not give a fuck. I literally like sprained my ankle, broke my foot, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go. And then my friend was like, "Oh, like you need to fucking go. Like you're fucking crazy." And my mom was like, "You're fucking crazy." And so then I went, spent $70 on a fucking X-ray, and then it told me I was fine. But at least I got it checked. Or chronically, something would have worse would happen. Okay, let's take the next point. Breathing. Intentional breathing. I love sighing. I know sighing's not like a good thing, like like, but if something's difficult, that's like really good release. Just like being able to be like, yeah, this fucking sucks. Like at work, I sigh a lot. Like moaning and groaning, moaning and in the bad way, in the good way. Um, yeah, but breathing. There's something beautiful. So God has many names. God, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to believe. I'm Christian, so I'm going to be talking about this. But Yahweh is also a name of God. And what they say is that when you breathe, exhale, it sounds like you're saying Yahweh. It's a little bit of a stretch. But basically, every time you breathe, you're professing the Lord's name, which I thought was incredibly beautiful. So, intentionally breathing is kind of being able to profess the Lord's name with a little bit more intention, breathing life into your lungs, breathing life into your soul. And it also incredibly reduces anxiety by a lot. So there's a lot of breathing techniques. There's a lot of content online that can give you, but whenever your heart rate is up and your heart is palpitating, if you just take a moment to breathe and kind of slow it down, you can physically feel the difference for sure. Okay, we're gonna go into something more fun, and we're gonna go into fashion. Like, wear some color. Goddamn. Why? I swear, when people just wear like white and gray and black, and if you genuinely like that thing, good for you. But obviously, like, oh my god, I'm meshing with my dresser, so brat. But just have some fun. Like, I do think when people wear more color, their inner child is a little bit, they're a little bit more healed, I think. I think people are afraid to wear color in things because they think it's ridiculous or something or silly. But when I was younger, I was such a princess girl. I loved pink. I loved everything. And I loved tiaras, and I thought I was a princess. And I feel like if you tap into that inner child that was just so innately natural before, you realize the world's contaminated and then you censor yourself, that personal style and expression is so important. And it's amazing to heal the people that you were in the previous years of your life. So amazing. There's a decoration you can tattoo. This was my first tattoo. Sorry, stubby. And it hurt like a bitch. Lord have mercy. And it's a nine-tailed fox. And I got the nine-tailed fox because whenever I was bipolar and just like the most manic I've ever been in my life, I couldn't stop looking at nine-tailed foxes. And I think it's because nine-tailed foxes are incredibly misunderstood. I think she is a incredibly misunderstood character, and all she wants to be is to return to herself. But the curse that she lives with is rampaging her life, and either she has to kill 100 people or trick someone to falling in love with her to become human again. It's incredible tragedy that she could accomplish, but she just has her own desires and just also wants to be good, but she's also bad. So it's kind of a representation of the conundrum that we live in, is that we have to accept ourselves for what we are and do good at the same time and try to do our best. But sometimes life gets the best of us. But I do think she's good. I think she's misunderstood. And everyone has their own wants, and what she wants is to be human again. And so, yeah. Honoring your body, piercings. I was thinking about getting my nipples pierced. I like my boobs too much. I think that would just be putting a cherry on top for no reason. Too much information. Okay. Makeup. Makeup is so fun. Makeup could be a totally different topic. But yeah, again, females find grooming and doing things and getting dolled up a little bit more satisfying than men. Home creation, making your home your space. I think this is definitely going to be a longer topic just because I love this topic so much, and something that I also want to find things that work better for me. Not necessarily implementing more, but how can I like optimize my thing without like stressing myself too over, because it's just like based off of like how I'm feeling. If I want to go to sauna, I'll do sauna. Maybe that week I'm like, nah. So I truly play it by ear with myself. But your home is a reflection of who you are. Do be tidy. Like, I'm not like the most fucking organized. Like if I open my drawer right now, it's gotten better. But my sister, Minsaw, shout out Minsaw, she is fucking organized. Like she could be paid to be like a home organizer. For me, I just need it to be slightly like I do have a junk drawer. Everyone has a junk drawer, but I am clean. I do my laundry. I fold and dry in the same day. Maybe it's the next day, but I do wipe, I do dust, and I do sanitize. I clean my toilet bowl, everything. I dust, but a clean room is a clear mind, and yeah, and wash your sheets. I've been trying to do the whole 2 weeks thing. It's a little bit difficult, but I'm trying. All right, we don't talk about sexual wellness. And then we got like a few more sections. So sorry if this is a longer episode, but if you want to skip through, you can. All right, sexual wellness. We're just gonna bobbity bob. Masturbation. Moving on. Okay, this is so vulnerable. Holy shit. When I first think I was like in 7th or 8th grade, and I've never watched like porn or anything like that before, and I just like was itching and just continued, and then I owed, and then I thought I unlocked the universe, and I'm like, oh my god, I am God. What the fuck did I just tap into? And then, yeah, and that evolved into just using this girl right here to like buying toys and things of that nature. And I think that journey, everyone feels, I think, a little bit of guilt in the beginning, thinking that they're dirty, thinking that they're this, but it's so natural. Like, it's literally innate. I never understood why people said sex was a need, but I think as I grown older, my libido is definitely on the higher end, is what I've realized. And sex, like, I think it's a pretty sacred practice, and it's such a huge energetic share. What I'm pretty mindful about people who I choose to bring into my life. And this way it's just me, and it's safer. I'm not gonna get fucking pregnant. And yeah, it's very liberating. I thought it was a vice at first, but I don't think it's a vice. I think it's just something that is natural, that is a ritual. And there is the O method. If you don't know what the O method is, as you're owing, oh god, you manifest. I was about to say you masturbate, like, but you already are. You manifest because it's such a huge energetic release coming from your sacral energy. So yeah, that reading smut. Hey yo, Reddit, you be supplying. So women fall in love with the context, men fall in love with the action itself. It's definitely just something that is just like more cognitively stimulating, I think, for women. So men, if you want to get better in your game, read smut written by women. Hot tip. Experimentation, play with different things. If you think you're into something, go ahead and try it. Be safe, have consent, be open minded. If you don't like something, fucking say something. Have a safe word, have a safe gesture. Because sometimes you might not be able to talk, so have a safe gesture. Hot tip. Dancing can definitely be very sensual, very liberating. Open those hips, ladies, open those hips, men. There's so much kind of trauma that lives in the joints, so open yourselves up. Clothing can be sexually liberating. I think I love my boobs. I've said that in the first episode. I love my boobs. I love showing them. It's the most flattering cut on me. So just being able to show who you are and open yourself up, I think, is so empowering. And again, hey, for some intimates, something just basic like this, or if you want to amp it up for yourself or whoever, use Minhee Hoo and Parade, okay? Okay. Mental and creative. I am such a creative. I knew this from the beginning. A lot of my family are creatives, whether it's chefs, whether it's beer sommelier, a brewmaster, or like, we love decorating our homes. it's so important to cognitively stimulate yourself. I do think I need a lot of cognitive stimulation and physical stimulation. I just need like a lot of like stimulus, which is another reason why I moved to New York. Is like Texas was a little bit slow for me. It was a little bit dull, which can be great at sometimes when you need to slow down and be in the mountains or being nature, but I am a fast moving kind of girl in the mind. So, being in nature, amazing. Spend more time with her. Be with animals, be with your pets, cuddle your pets, go to the zoo. Um, just be with the things that are naturally among us is amazing. If you're a plant person, I have a black thumb personally. I kill plants. I swear to God, I had a snake plant here and just got infested, and I don't know how I did it, but I just threw her away. Crazy. So I like flowers because, you put them in and then you toss them out, you get new ones, and it's cute, and you can do some arrangements. So that's another hobby of mine. And speaking of that, hobbies. So just things that, you know, Min's Hall, my sister, she's really great with, she's great with her hands. She's good at like assembling furniture or like doing arts and crafts. For me, I'm just kind of like I describe myself as like a cooker. I'm kind of like a little bit clumsier with my hands, and she's more like a baker. She's more like exact and like more mathematical. So just depending on like what your cup of tea is, it could be painting, it could be producing music, making music. My friend Juan just released a song called "Oh." Shout out Juan. Aerial silks, crocheting, bouldering. I used to boulder a lot in college and well, recently too, but then I sprained my ankle, so now I'm traumatized. I'm scared. But anything that gets you to that creative flow state where you're just like repetition, doing this, anything that gets you just like out of whatever is happening in your life and in the activity itself, anything. And for people who don't think they have hobbies, yeah, you fucking do. Whether it's like watching something or crystals or what have you, like any just do any activity, whether it's walking, just anything could be your hobby. Breathing could be your hobby. Makeup could be your hobby. Just think a little bit outside the box. Reading and writing. Oh my god, I was not a big reader. I'm still not a big reader. I don't know. Like, I think Catcher in the Rye might be my favorite book. I think Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis, or C.W. C.S. Lewis is my favorite book. But yeah, it could just give you so much wisdom. Like, you walk in the library, and so many people put a heart and soul into publishing what they want to be speaking of. It's just like a long TED talk, and there's just so much wisdom living in these pages, and I think that's so awesome to me. And I love the word awesome. I think awesome is my favorite word because it's like you're so in awe, there's so much respect, and awesome is just a funny word. So it kind of has this deeper meaning to it. Like, God is awesome in that sense. Writing, journaling. Yo, writing is also a release. Just and pen to paper, something about it is so biblical and sacred, and you're professing something through script. It is so powerful. Aromatherapy, I have my two favorites here. Lavender, ugh, fucking crack, and peppermint. Peppermint is good for throat chakra and also just to clear out anything. If you're feeling kind of mucky and stuffy, peppermint is good, and lavender is good for the third eye and the throat, just kind of awakening and relaxing and kind of also getting you to that flow state. And also, I love incense. Oh my god, there's something so. I was so against incense at first because incense in Korean culture is only kind of done when someone passes away. But I've realized that not only does it provide such a cozy sort of environment. My dad used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. He does not now, but there's something about that just growing up with that smell that made a home smell like a home. So this is like a better, like non-gross version of that smell. And this one smells like Arwood citrus floral. I don't know. It smells really fucking good. And this is just from Whole Foods, $3. And something about the ritual of just like putting it and just like, and also the thing with incense and Palo Santo. So okay, if you're like, what the fuck is the difference between Palo Santo, incense, and sage? Palo Santo and incense, well, obviously cultural difference. Palo Santo, it actually means like the wood of God or something, and based in Latin America. Incense is more from like Asian, I believe Egyptian, maybe Moroccan. Those two, elevate the positive energy in a space. So when you light it up, fucking waft that shit everywhere, like touch your pillows, like shake, get the energy flowing. That is for to lift positive energy. Now sage is incredibly powerful. Be mindful about the sage that you buy because there is a scarcity issue. Sage is a Native American, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Oh my god, I just read a lot of literature. Sage neutralizes, so it gets rid of negative energy, but it also gets rid of like positive energy. So if you're going into a space and you feel the heebie jeebies, sage, bro. Yeah, blue sage. I believe it's white sage that has a scarcity issue. So do be mindful about where you get your sage. Go to a trusted place. If you walk into a spiritual store and you get a weird fucking vibe, it's probably because you do weird fucking shit. And do not get the fucking candles at spiritual stores. You don't know what the fuck they've done with that candle. Go get a fucking white candle. Get a Bath and Body Works candle and light that shit up. Do not get a just just trust me on that. Okay. So much stuff. Okay, I'm literally just gonna like bust through these shits and then call it a day because I wait, let me hydrate. Also physiological thing. Fucking hydrate, guys. Mm, mm. Lord have mercy. Okay. Therapy and medicine. I'm bipolar. I take medicine for bipolar. I take lamotrigine, and then I take duloxetine for anxiety. It took me 4 years to be able to find the perfect medication combination, and those 4 years were fucking excruciating. My entire life has been excruciating, actually, because I had no idea that there was some. I knew that there was something deeply wrong with me in the sense of like I knew I was different, and I knew I needed to be treated in some aspect. But sorry, family, my thought, they were just like, oh, Minji's going through puberty. Minji has a crazy personality, blah, blah, blah. But turns out that I was mentally doing some sort of disorder. So I hate the word disorder because it feels so negative, but it's just something that I have to live with. I'm better. There's some days where it's not as good, but I am so thankful that I wake up as a functioning member of society where I'm not wanting to kill or murder people, things of that nature. I think that is my catchphrase of this episode. Volunteer work, whether it's to puppies, whether it's I've done volunteer work here in Manhattan, and puppies shit a lot and they fucking bounce off the walls. It's crazy. Giving food to the elderly, mentorship, tutoring, it really does good for the soul. Giving back, if you want to do that type of thing, that could also be a hobby idea. Cooking and baking, self-explanatory. Painting, creative pursuits, this is a creative pursuit. A lot of people that I know who are also in advertising talk about doing design work, and I could not give less of a fuck. Doing design work outside of work, it's like I don't want to have a second job where I don't monetize off of it. So hopefully, this is something that I'm genuinely passionate to do, and I think could have, and it is already having a positive outcome. People have messaged me already saying incredibly nice things, so I'm so happy that this is doing something for you in any way, whether you smile, take away something, or inspired. It really touches me deeply. Tech hygiene. Guys, I am so chronically online, it's not even funny, but it helps with my cognitive stimulation need. Whether it's, things on TikTok, finding stuff to do in the city, inspiration. I think there is ways to be better about it, saying, do not disturb. The block button is fucking magical, guys. I do not give a fuck. Minji, don't burn bridges. If I can have control over my feed and who consumes my content, what kind of content that I'm consuming, I'm gonna flush that out entirely. I follow a lot of women who, I want to channel, whether it's like Serena Williams, really powerful women who I can look up to, or, friends that I'm aligned with. If there's someone that I'm not aligned with, I'm muting you. I'm sorry, I could still follow you, but if I'm getting a negative vibe, I am gonna mute you. I'm just gonna be totally honest, unfollowing people. If I could just clean up my energetic space, even if it's technologically speaking, absolutely. Music, God bless music. Music is back, baby. Music is just different every generation. People say music's dead. I thought that was, and it's just different. It's a different generation. It's a different type of high art. There's definitely, I don't want to say bad music, but maybe untasteful for sure. But anything high vibrational is great. Things that talk about, like, I don't know, things that like drug use and things of that, I try not to listen to. But I love me a. I hate to say it, I love me a misogynistic like Chris Brown song every now and then. I'm sorry, it just is a bop. But you know what I'm trying to say. Like, try to listen to positive music, but just go with your intuition. If you're feeling sad and you need something that just itches that part of yourself, then do it, you know? Okay, so there's two more sections, and I think this next one is going to be a little bit more controversial. It's religious and spiritual. I intertwine, I identify as Christian. I believe in the Christian God. I believe in the Trinity, Jesus, God, Jesus. Hey, where is he? There he is. Um, the Holy Spirit and God Himself. So I intertwine the two. I do tarot. I do see a psychic. We have psychics in my family from my father's side. As we'd have doctors and dentists, and we consult with them. If you want to ask me questions about that, you can sparingly. It is very deeply personal, but it's something that is very intertwined with my Christianity. Actually, I think it is a deeper part of Christianity that does not get talked about enough. And I do believe in the 5D. I believe that I go to heaven and we all face judgment at the end of this. So just depending on your religion, really cultivating on your faith, whether it be the Muslim faith, whether it be the Hindu faith, whether it be the Jewish faith, what have you, it really depends on what you believe in. And I think the power of belief is so powerful, whether it be like symbols like the cross or evil eye, ancient symbols. I feel like all of this is incredibly deeply rooted in human history, and things like tarot. I actually have my tarot deck here. I got mine from Biddy Tarot, and they have an amazing website where you can learn all about the origins, the meaning of the cards. I've definitely become more developed in my skill, and it's definitely translating a lot more quickly for me. And the background from tarot is actually Italian, and it actually is a card game that was played by the aristocrats, created by sages. So each of these stories are actually very intertwined with biblical ideology, the human, like, anatomical spiritual structure. Each card has its own meaning, both upright and reverse. So this being upright and this being reverse. And people have a lot to say about these things, saying it's witchcraft, it's this. But there is definitely a light side to spirituality and dark side. And I'm not going to get into that because that could be a whole episode in itself. But if you believe in Reiki, chakra cleansing, alignment, that is something that can help you or benefit you if you do believe. And I think spirituality, that's a very big thing. That could mean a lot of things, but I think it gets incredibly misunderstood because of the fucking crystal culture of it all. I have crystals over there. I took geology actually as my science in college because it was rumored to be the easiest one, but it takes a massive amount of energy. If you look at pyrite, right, the cubical metamorphic rock, I believe, it's mathematically so fucking perfect. Like, it takes so much energy. And metamorphic is when there's so much pressure and heat to compress the sediments, magma, whatever have you. Oh, I'm not remembering. But it's a lot of fucking energy for this shit to mineralize. So I do believe, and yes, Minji is a crystal girly, and there's men out there who are stock finance bros. But I do take this shit incredibly seriously and something I do believe in. So think what you will of that. You can be like, oh, Minji's this, but it's so much more advanced and expansive. And I think I could get into a different video about it. But light your candle. The first thing that God ever created was light. I love lighting myself a candle and being able to indulge in prayer, to indulge in learning, reading the Bible, celebrating Lord Himself every day of every of my life, praying to Him, telling Him my qualms, like a good father. And it doesn't have to be serious. I can be like, hey, God, hey, G, like you can tell him anything at any time. And I do think that everyone has spirit guides, people here to protect you. We're children of God. So I kind of want to keep this section short just because I know everyone has something to believe in. If you're atheist, if you're agnostic, if you're Buddhist, if you're Jewish, whatever. If you believe in what you believe in and you feel it wholeheartedly in the deep of your soul that it's to be true, then it is fucking true. And whatever you believe in will happen. So I will leave it at that. The last section is alone time. And I think I wanted to end it on this just because the most important relationship and the longest relationship is the one that you have with yourself. So I think I talked about this previously a little earlier ago, is that I went on a lot of solo dates. I went to watch a movie by myself, go to restaurants by myself, and I was very okay with it. I was very codependent on my old partner, but it was very refreshing I prefer going shopping by myself, to the gym by myself, grocery shopping by myself. I can take my sweet ass time. Nobody's bickering and bockering about, how I do things. It's very liberating. And I really do encourage to just experience that for yourself in any capacity. And yeah, just like combing through, just like self awareness, knowing your attachment styles. I was very anxious, and now I'm moving on to be more secure. Just being able to really check in with yourself without the noise from family, with friends or peers. Just being able to really take a hard look in the mirror, whether that be through therapy. I don't think therapy is for everyone, but it is an incredible way to just kind of comb through your life's history and see what is resonated with you, what is still sticking with you, what's still holding you back, what do you look forward in the future, or just doing vlogs, or just being able to look back at old journals and just see, wow, like I've come such a far way. And I think this type of alone time really cultivates a lot of development and growth and self-evaluation. Whether it's like, yeah, photography, look at your old photos, take new photos, commemorate yourself. It's really just developing that self-love and affection and grace and compassion towards yourself. um and yeah, it's just really, taking care of yourself, um going to the DMV, update your passport, update your license, your digital presence, your physical paper trail, just kind of looking back and just being like, wow. And I know that could be stressful, it's confrontational, but it's necessary. And so, with all that said, we're at the closing finally, and I am tired, and I will take a nap after this. The first self-care tip. Um, Self-care is definitely not fucking glamorous. It seems like, oh, so relaxing. Therapy is gonna be so relaxing, like it's just me chilling. No, it's confrontational. It's the truth. It stares you right in the face. It doesn't lie, and it's there, and you have to face the truth. And um, this definitely is a messy, I don't want to say messy, but a very unlinear process. Like, you feel like you're progressing, and then you go back and you're progressing, and then you progress more, then you're back to where you started. There's a lot of like trial and error involved, and it just gets a little bit easier and more intuitive the more you do it. And then all of a sudden you're like, wow, I've come so far, I feel so great. And I do believe everyone will get there if they set their minds to it and really love and believe in themselves. And if you just find this time to consistently plug into yourself, and redeposit that love that maybe was missing, you will really fully live life and love fully with yourself, the whatever you believe in, other people. And so this episode is obviously very significant to me because when I was depressed, I didn't feel worthy in any aspect to anyone, to myself. I didn't think I was adding value. I thought I was worthless. I thought, I slipped back into depression so many times and then became delusional and manic. And, it was unsustainable, and I'm so happy I am where I am today, and I found so much, like, people were very compassionate towards me, and if it weren't for other people inspiring me and helping me what I really needed it the most, I don't know how I'd be here today. And so to honor myself and honor the people who have inspired me, and there are good people out there, I'm building that connection with myself, and to also help inspire other people who've inspired me to do so. And I think it does come from a place that, like I said before, we're all comprised of everything. And I do think there is a level of masochism we all have within ourselves. Like, some days, like, I don't brush my teeth. Some days, I just decide to not take my medication. And little fine things like that come to show, like, how is my self-worth that day. Um, and so I still catch myself doing things like that, and it's something that I still am working on, for sure. And so, self love, here, I'm just gonna read out what I fucking said because I'm so tired right now. Self love is a fundamental and incredibly important journey to embark and continue on to ensure that you're living the highest potential of you existing as an incredible, precious, unique person on this planet. And everyone does have a purpose, and to usher goodness into this world as the universe and God intended. So keep it easy, enjoy, and be present. Being present is everything. That's how flirting works. That's how being yourself works. Be yourself, literally. Like, without worrying about how, like, expect people to be offended and for you to offend others. Like, I just go about how the fuck I want, and that is how you live free. That's how you live stress free. Well, you can't be 100% stress free, but it's just love yourself. I love you. I don't know who's watching. I do have a level of love for everyone. It's empathy of the human experience, so that's what I mean. Sometimes I hate bitches, but, like, I love you in a slight sense. But for those who are watching, I do love you incredibly deeply. I love you. Have a good one. I will see you in the next episode. I'm gonna take a fat nap, and thank you so much for bearing with me. Use code MINHEHU for some parade. Men, buy your boo thing. Your mum? Your mum? Okay, guys, I'm gonna take a nap, but I love you so much. Bye. Bye. Stubby says bye. Okay, bye.